So in part one of this video, I explained how I'm building a 5-story multi-generational ICF home and doing it mostly on my own. Although I do have a couple hours of help from my 72-year-old dad. So between the two of us, yeah, we're actually doing this thing. Anyways, just wanted to pass along some of the tips and some of the lessons that I've been learning as I've been doing multiple levels. So let me go ahead and show you how I've done it on the lower, let's see, 3 levels below this. So this is the 3rd level that I've done. And so you can see I'm using 2x12s. Those are actually just temporarily there. I'll be replacing them with 2x10s because that's really all that I need for my room board. But those 2x12s will be repurposed and they will be some floor joists in some other areas. But since I had them laying around, I thought I'd go ahead and use them. But here's the downside, and that is you can see the 2x4 that goes down below, and then I've got this 2x4 coming up. That is so that I can put my aluminum bracing. And so the downside is because that aluminum bracing has to go over the 2x12s, then I have to put in these kind of spacers of the additional 2x4s. So I thought on this level I would try out something new. So what I've come up with is using these little small 2x4s, and that will give me some gaps so that my aluminum bracing, when I put it up, before I do this next pour, we'll be able to just screw straight into my tabs. So let me go ahead and climb up and show you a couple other things that I have learned. So I have 8-inch, I've got an 8-inch ICF walls. And this is a 10-inch J-bolt. So obviously 8 inches and 10 inches, that math doesn't add up very well. So what I do is I go ahead and I drill in the 1/2-inch hole through the 2x4 through the foam. And then I take the J-bolt, and with 8 inches, I'm able to kind of put it in at an angle like this, and the foam is flexible enough that I'm able to still push it into the hole. And then another little tip that I learned is when I'm actually drilling the hole, I go ahead and drill it a little bit larger. I know that that's not a good idea when it comes to actually putting in my final 2x10s. You want it nice and snug and tight. But these are just temporary, just to hold those J-bolts in place so that when I pour, it stays at a nice 90-degree angle, so that when I go to put in the 2x10s, I'm not fighting against skiwampus J-bolts. So anyways, something else that you'll notice too is that I obviously am missing, let me go down so you can see. You'll notice that I'm missing a block up here. And so I still need to put in one more J-bolt. But I purposely have that block out because very shortly I'm going to be putting in another 15-inch glulam beam. And so I want to be able to have the crane just slide it down in, because I'm actually pouring those glulam beams in place. And in another video I explain that whole process on how I am doing that. And then there was one other thing that I wanted to share. That's what it was. And that is, you want to make darn sure that you do not stack your blocks too high before you do this. Otherwise, it makes it a royal pain to have to reach down to install these J-bolts. So and that's the reason why I haven't done this next level, is because I need to be able to reach down and install those J-bolts. So anyways, I thought I'd go ahead and make this little video just in case it's helpful to somebody else who's also doing J-bolts for their rim boards. Hopefully you find it helpful, and be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.